sorry for the delay. We are still working out the kinks to this new system we have here, but slowly but surely, all will be functioning on time and on budget, and with technology in scripted in this brain. So again, thank you very much for your patience, and thank you very much for joining me here in Talk Live, Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Just want to give a shout out to the Shoka is Life Festival that happened downtown this week. This weekend with Kesta Band and special guests involved in that as well. Fantastic show. One of the best shows I've ever seen at Budweiser Place. Went there with my girlfriend, and it was a fantastic time, quite simply. And so I got a bit of merch. So I'm wearing this there because Soca is indeed life. All right, so we are back here on Talk Live. So we're going to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Get into this right away. We're not going to waste any time. Let me just do a close up on this camera here. There we go. We're going to back up. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I was about to get back to my Talk Live bag and really get back into things. And okay, we're good. The chat is waiting for the messages. Okay. And really, talk my chat and do my thing. But again, I have, I was looking for new topics, and then all of a sudden, K Michelle came to the rescue and got me back in my bag, ladies and gentlemen. K Michelle, if you did not know, is a music artist, a songwriter, artist, DJ, 43-year-old, single, one of these performers who simply think that they're God's gift, and the world owes them a debt of gratitude for their creativity. But Lord knows she has something to say with regards to black men and black homes in and of itself, and how there are no leaders there. So we're going to take a little deep dive into that with the help of my man. Let's just get into it, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not going to waste any more time with this. Yes, we are not going to waste any more time here. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, and indeed. So let's get into the YouTube. Let's get into this. Yeah. My man, Media Man, is back, ladies and gentlemen. My man, Media Man, is back. And he's going to break down exactly what K. Michelle said on the Cam Newton podcast. Cam Newton's not exactly the paragon, the example black men should follow, because Lord knows he's now into his 9th child with his 4th baby mother, not exactly the how should I say, the example, the stalwart, the person that we should follow in terms of black malehood. And he failed to put up a defense in this thing at all. But again, if you want to check it out, do check out Cam Newton's, because it's about a 2-hour interview, his interview with K. Michelle. And I mean, I can't really stand Cam Newton. Cam Newton, I'm sure he's a great guy, but unfortunately, I can't stand to listen to him for 5 minutes for all of his tripped up grammatical and spelling mistake and grammatical errors and spelling mistakes. Lord knows, throughout his podcast. So I can only stand it for 5 minutes, and then I just gotta go because it sounds like the Chitlin Circuit. So yeah, but again, if you like that sort of thing, please subscribe to Cam Newton, doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. Let me say that. But unfortunately, he is not for me. But the one who is for me is the man who appears on your screen right now, and that is Medium Man. Medium Man broke down a lot of the inflammatory statements that K. Michelle had to say through the platform displayed by Cam Newton on YouTube. And yeah, it was not exactly the best of chats for black men all over the world. So I am going to get into this right now. Just 1 second. I'm going to put in a quick call just to find here if all is well with regards to the chat. Just a quick check to see if the chat is still on and popping. So, excuse me, if you can just text me in the chat because I'm live now, just to make sure that the chat is up and running, darling.
On YouTube or Instagram?
On Instagram, on YouTube, please.
Both? Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep.
There you go. That's part of the staff here at Talk Live, just to make sure my chat is up and running. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. My man, Media Man, breaks it down so eloquently, and I'm going to leave it to him to do it. And we'll make some comments along the way here, as we always do on Talk Live. So let's get into it right now with the one and only Media Man doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. Please like and subscribe to Media Man. He is doing excellent work. Protect the man, the black man, on all sides through all endeavors and through his endeavors here on YouTube. So thank you very much to Media Man. And this is Fair Use as we get into it right now on Talk Live. Let's get into it.
I want to show you guys a quick video. We all heard what Cam Newton said. He said, I would rather have children than get married. Every black woman heard this message loud and clear. Every black woman. So you know what I'm waiting on? I'm waiting on black women to hold the line. Because Cam Newton shouldn't be having kids before marriage. Right? Because black women heard what he said. So I bet not see baby mama number 4 having a kid with Cam Newton unless he's married. If he does, then that means black women are willingly having these kids by men like this.
Well, we all know that this is indeed the case, ladies and gentlemen. If typical black women, let alone modern women, had a choice between a man who is, confident, intelligent, and service, a high value man, and having kids for him, multiple kids for him, and an average guy having him as your only father, many would take the high value man such as Cam Newton, who meets the rule of 6. Standards of 6-pack, 6 feet or more, 6 inches or more, and 6-figure salary. So this is not surprising. This is very much not surprising, and this is truly part of the modern age, especially when it comes to black women. And it just details how black women are least married, most divorced. Anyway, so let's just get into this further with Media Man. He just breaks it down so eloquently. Let's go.
And it's something that we already knew. So yeah, we're going to come back to this live stream. If Cam Newton is able to have another child by baby mama number 4 or any of the first 3, then black women, you failed because he told you what it was. So don't come over here asking black men to hold Cam Newton accountable. What we going to do? Put a chastity belt on the black woman that's vying for his attention? Think about that. People going around, black men need to hold Cam Newton accountable. Let me think how that's going to go. Hey, black women, can you stop having sex with Cam Newton? That's what y'all want? That's what y'all want black men to do? Y'all heard it. Everybody heard it. I'm telling you, this is drawing a line in the sand. So don't get mad at what Cam Newton said. This is a test of willpower because we know how money runs a lot of women's minds these days. Cam Newton has a lot of it. I just wanted to remind you guys.
Again, before we get into this, again, just to let you know, there it is, the title. Cam Newton's girlfriend, Jasmine Brown, shows off baby bump and confirms she's expecting his 9th. His 9th. One more time for the cheap seats. His 9th child in Mother's Day post. You don't think that this woman didn't see this? Didn't know about this and went into this eyes open? You can't make this stuff up, man. You wonder why they're least married and most divorced. Here's a good reason why. Let's continue.
Minds these days. Cam Newton has a lot of it. I just wanted to remind you guys that I already discussed this. And after I did that video and I clipped it up, Jasmine, his current girl, or one of his current girls, she's actually pregnant right now. So what are black men going to do to hold Cam Newton accountable? What are we going to do? Because it makes no sense. And the funniest thing that I've heard on social media in regards to situations like this, black women are asking black men to hold other black men accountable for the men that they willingly have sex with. How are black men going to hold other black men accountable if they're getting what they want from you? That's your job. You're supposed to hold them men accountable and not have sex with them, or just leave them alone, period. But you won't, so that's your fault.
Because so easily black women fall into the rule of six that they don't care how they get it. They don't care the amount of babies attached to said body. They want to be a part of the deal. They're so hung up on the rule of six. They want to be a part of the deal by hook or by crook. And if Cam Newton, now believe me, this man has been an athlete. This man has been an NFL MVP. This man has had a long career in the NFL. If his seed is on the loose, black women are going to find it. And going to take it as their own. Same as Nick Cannon. Same as Nick Cannon. So ladies, don't think I'm just raining down on K. Michelle. No, we are raining down on Cam Newton as well, because Cam Newton is an idolater. This man is careless. This man is negligent in just dropping his seed all about. And quite simply, can he be said to be the example black men should follow? I don't think so. He's a man, yes, but he's a man to follow? No. No, absolutely not. I'm sure he would confess that himself. But black women, don't think that we don't see what you're doing too, because you know what this man is, and yet you still run in and try to have his 9th, 10th, 11th child. Same thing with Nick Cannon. And same thing with many other athletes and entertainers. You just can't stay away. And so you are as equal to blame as Cam is. Let's continue.
I told you guys this before. Black women can't see past social media. They see Cam Newton with a gang of kids and they're like, that's black men. Because they see all black men as athletes,
even though they contribute to the crisis themselves. Remember that. Let's go.
Rappers and entertainers. I put this little picture out a while back after that interview that Cam Newton did. I believe it was with Dr. Bryant. Cam Newton's history that everyone knows about. 8 children, 3 mothers. Cam Newton. Hi, girl I just met. I don't want marriage. Would you like to be my 4th baby mama? 2 months later, the black community. All these black men create single mothers. That's what happens, guys. Same thing happens over and over again. And I'm tired of black men catching all the flack for the few that are doing all the damage. And yes, Cam is doing a lot of damage out here because black women like Cam Newton. They look up to him and they view him as a representation of all the black men who are doing what they're supposed to do in the chat. And I told you guys, stop hyping up this nigga. I caught flack. I don't know if y'all remember this, when Dr. Bryant was on his podcast and she called him out for creating all these, all these different homes. And I said in that instance, she is absolutely right. However, you guys went to bat for Cam Newton and you was like, nah, as long as he got money, he can have as many kids as he want. You remember that? And I told you guys that shit was going to come and bite you in the ass. And I'm not talking to black women. I'm talking to black men who got mad at me for making that damn video. Out of all the videos that I've done, debunking all this stuff about Dr. Bryant, I did this one video where I said black men agree with Dr. Bryant. What's the problem?
And note that a lot of these horrible examples for black women all show up with Cam Newton because he's going to give them a pass. Cam Newton's going to give these black women a pass, knowing full well that his behavior allows it to happen. Knowing full well that his hands are held up because what more does he have to say? He has 9 children and 4 baby mothers. He doesn't even check himself. He doesn't even allow these women. He doesn't even check these women. Period. You'll hear that as we go along tonight. The worst host to host these sort of black women is Cam Newton. He is no example to black men, period. He's a silly athlete who got a lot of money, used frivolously, and spread his seed unwisely. Yes, we're holding them to account too. Sad, but true. Let's continue.
Because she wasn't wrong about Cam creating all those different homes. And then also, I did this video about her. I did these videos about her debunking all the stuff that she was saying. And I did these videos about her and Cam Newton. Okay? But the only thing it seems like black men caught was me saying that Dr. Brian was right in that one instant. I don't agree with the majority of shit that woman said, but I've been telling y'all what she told Cam Newton for a while. So we got to get out of that mindset and stop believing that just because you got money, you can do whatever the hell you want. Because that dude represents black men. And y'all seeing it right now. They think Cam Newton is a representation of the average black man. And I know we all like Cam Newton. He was a great player, MVP. However, in this situation, he dead ass wrong.
He's a terrible example to black men, period. His clothing, his attitude, his lack of decorum, lack of exclusivity with the semen. He's a deplorable black man, to be fair. Let's continue.
And if you think I'm lying, he actually acknowledged that he was wrong because he addressed that interview with Dr. Brian. He said it hurt him. And I told you guys, and I didn't cover that, but I did see the video.
Took something out of me when people say I created broken homes. And I'm just trying to make my wrongs right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a public figure and bleeding in public is tough.
Let me tell you something. If you ever got to see Corey Holcomb last night, please check him out when he talked about Cam Newton shorts. It is funny as hell. I ain't gonna say it here. This topic is too serious to cover, but if you get a chance to see Corey Holcomb last night on YouTube, please do. Please. It is must-see TV, and it is comedy personified. Let's continue.
So you guys are responsible for this shit as well. If you don't want the responsibility, then y'all need to start calling niggas like Cam Newton out instead of championing this money shit. The same thing goes with Rick Ross. Rick Ross ain't got to lose weight because he got money. Y'all got to get out of that damn mindset, man. So that's why black men need to be accountable for putting women like that on their platforms just for the sake of clicks, likes, and views. You see that all across social media. And I keep telling y'all got to stop giving these types of women airtime because you are responsible for these types of live streams. Now I got to come up here as a black man to defend our ethnic image because you brought an unruly woman who don't know what the hell she talking about. And you sat there and listened like she was telling the truth. And now you got a comment section full of black women thinking that this woman said the gospel when she didn't cite any statistics, no research, none of that. And she also has a track record of hating black men. But lo and behold, a black man gives her a platform. Are we stupid? Right before I went live, under my nursing video, that video was clear cut and to the point. There was a black woman that wrote damn near an essay in the comment section. I didn't read it. I just blocked her. They don't get no airtime over here, bro. And we got to stop chasing this damn money by putting these dumbass women on platforms and allowing them to degrade black men just because it's going to get a lot of views.
But what do you expect from Cam Newton? He's not exactly the most intelligent man in the bunch. He's gonna give him a pass. Men should not be subscribing and looking at Cam Newton, period. This man is, listen, he is a few sandwiches short of a goddamn picnic. Put it bluntly, he cannot hold anyone to account, and his goddamn track record with children makes him an easy target. That's why I don't listen to him. That's why I don't care for him. The only reason why I'm here tonight talking about Cam Newton is because he provided a stage for black men to be denigrated. And that will not happen on Media Man. It won't happen here as well. Let us continue.
It's embarrassing. We are responsible as black men. Cam Newton, you are responsible as a black man. Why the hell would you bring that woman on your show? What sense does that make? And on the eve of Father's Day, you allow this shit to, get clipped up and go viral? This is stupid because y'all know the black community don't do the research on black fatherhood. They simply run with the narrative that black men have been deadbeats and will always be deadbeats, and they're content with that. And the reason why is because it takes the onus off of black women. Nobody focuses on black women and their maternal patterns. Nobody.
In other words, you focus on the man who had the 9 babies and not the women with whom that man had 9 babies with. You get it? It takes 2 to tango here. And more often than not, knowing that this man had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 children, you still went after him anyway. Who's the idiot now?
Their mate selection, none of that. Because as long as the focus is on black men deadbeats, they don't take care of their kids, absent fathers, nice little jokes, don't come home with the milk.
Stop right there. I wanted to focus on this fact here. Education for the uneducated blacks who are sharing and laughing at this meme. See the meme there. 54 black men have never fathered children. Kevin Samuels said it all the time. 54% of black men are single and childless. 46% of black men have 46% of black men have ever fathered children. This means that 55% are co-residential only, meaning that these black fathers live with their children 100% of the time. 55%, that means the majority of black men in the United States, and I'm sure that diaspora accounts for that as well. 55% of black men, the majority of black men live with their children. Yet we allow the trope that black men aren't responsible enough to live with their children. And we can expand that fact. We're going to get expanded that fact. I think there was like 12 to 15% are those fathers who may not be in the home are still in their child's life. So the majority of black men, black children know who their black fathers are and are integral to their lives. Yet we continue with this trope that we are deadbeats. That needs to stop. 54% of black men have never fathered children, and over half of black men live with their children, which means that approximately 79.3% of black men neither don't have children or live with their children, don't have children or live with their children 100% of the time. Yeah, we're the irresponsible ones, right? It's time for us to start checking all these black women, white men, don't care who they are, who call us deadbeats, because it ain't true. Let's continue.
And all this foolery, then black women could just slide idly by and never take any accountability. And meanwhile, they effing up the whole black community with the abortion rates, with...
Read that. Does sexually suggestive rap music lead black women to deleting their children? Yes. Black women child deletions, 239,219. This is the United States. In 2022, a total of 613,383 abortions were reported. Black women accounted for 39%. You know what the percentage of black women is in the United States? About 6 to 7%. 6 to 7%. That made me cough. And yet they have 39% of the abortions. Make that make sense.
Their children at a wedlock rates, yes, their children at a wedlock rates, and I'm gonna explain what I mean by that here in a second. So black.
Stop here. The percentage of non-marital births in 2022 decreased from 2021 for Asians, blacks, even though 69.3% of black women are having children out of wedlock. So most of these women are choosing men who are not made out to be fathers. Because again, 54% of black men have not had children. Are you getting the math here? The math ain't math. Somebody's having birth to these kids. Somebody is. Either it's black men or, dare I say, the white knights in the audience. But you can see all the rest. White women, 27%. American Indian, Alaska Native, 68%. Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, 53%. Hispanic, 53%. But we are leading the race in the States, 69.3%. And I'm sure it's the same throughout the African diaspora. Outside of Africa, which is a total different ballgame. Let's continue.
Black men, we have to hold the line and stop bringing women like this on our platforms. That's our fault, okay? So it's not just black women and K. Michelle getting the smoke today. I'm talking directly to black men. We are the problem in this as well. We gotta start holding ourselves accountable for bringing dumbass women like K. Michelle on our platforms, and also we gotta stop championing men like Cam Newton just because he got money, okay? Do Cam Newton speak for y'all? Is Cam Newton educated enough on these topics to speak for black men?
Is he educated, period? Good question.
As a whole?
Spend 5 minutes listening to Cam Newton's podcast. I swear, if you have a degree in your background, you will shut it off. If you have a degree in your background, and I mean college, university degree, in your background, you will shut it off. This man is vocabulary inept. He is grammatically negligent. He's a good-looking athlete. He's one of those dumb athletes out there. Sorry, it's sad but true. But y'all want to give him 9 kids, though.
You answer that question in the goddamn chat. What the hell wrong with y'all, man? This is stupid. I shouldn't be up here talking about this shit. She shouldn't even been on that platform. Especially with Cam Newton not being educated enough to combat all the foolery that she was saying. And if this offends you, your ass is the problem. Okay? Getting tired of this, man. Black men, that's why the black community don't respect us as a whole. Because we ain't got no fucking backbone. We can't stand on business. We can't have our own little spaces to where we hold a certain standard to where we say, hey, if you gonna try and come up here and talk foolery about black men, you can keep that shit. And that's that's one of the main reasons why I enjoyed Kevin Samuels' platform when I used to watch it. Because he would have women come up there and they would try and spew all this foolery, and he would check that shit right there at the door. I have yet to see another black man do that shit on their damn platform, because for one, they ain't educated enough to do it, or they don't even care about looking at the truth, because all they're worried about is the clicks, likes, and views, and that's a problem. And I know it's people out there, man, you need to go on these platforms and you need to debate these people. Debate them about what? The statistics? I'm gonna sit there and debate some unruly woman who want to believe that black men are bad, even though they have access to the same information that I do? It makes no sense. Nope. If they're gonna get a hold of this video, then they can get educated like that. It ain't gonna take me going on somebody's goddamn platform and trying to battle some woman about statistics that are already written. Unless you have something to debunk what I'm saying, shut the fuck up. Shit don't make no sense, man.
Absolutely correct. Funny enough, now again, they do play on stereotypes, but you know who does hold black women account? Funny enough, Fresh and Fit. Take a look at Fresh and Fit one night, and you'll see it for yourself. They do hold the black women to account. They're not allowed to get away with tomfoolery. I'm dead serious. There are a few hosts out here that you need to check out that hold black women to account, but the one and only Kevin Samuels, R.I.P. He would hold the biggest stars of them all and those who believe this tripe to account. And you know what? Not enough. A lot of us are doing that, but you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to hold them to account. Well, let's start doing that right now. Let's go to K. Michelle, ladies and gentlemen. See, but I wanted to hold Cam Newton to account too. Cam Newton does not exonerated from this tomfoolery because he allows for this jackass nature to be a part of his platform. And all he does is hold up quote unquote, a white flag. You're damn right you do, Cam Newton. Unbelievable. Anyways, let's get into another clip here from Media Man. And sorry. This ain't the one I wanted. This is
Black men are attacking black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere. What is going on with the black family? We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their dad.
Do remember, please comment on Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're doing this live so I can see your comments on IG and YouTube. So please continue commenting. Let's continue.
Daddy there.
If you're African American, there's about 1 in 2 chance you grow up without a father in your house.
In fact, the overwhelming majority of black fathers live with their children. Now, in general in this country, fathers who live with our kids, and this blasts all the stereotypes, across races, virtually all of us, it's about 98%, take care of our kids in all the major ways every day of the week or at least several days a week. And that includes bathing, feeding, helping them with homework, talking to them about their day. And among that group, black dads are the most involved.
Rewind that. I don't think you understood that. I don't think you understood that little piece right there. Provost lecture Joss Lev's on the myth of the modern dad. Listen again. There's a white man talking, y'all. Listen again.
With our kids, and this blasts all the stereotypes, across races, virtually all of us, it's about 98%, take care of our kids in all the major ways every day of the week or at least several days a week. And that includes bathing, feeding, helping them with homework, talking to them about their day. And among that group, black dads are the most involved.
Moving forward here.
Going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock when they're producing, because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville, because they'll never even listen to your music.
With these
Do remember that K. Michelle is 43 years old, unmarried, without children. So for her to speak on this like she's the example we all should listen to is quite ironic.
types of conversations, I always wonder how they so blind, deaf, and dumb as to what the music is saying that black women are making. And the funny thing is, y'all don't have a leg to stand on, black women, when you talk about the lyrics that black men use in these rap songs, because y'all be the first ones on the damn dance floor.
No. Not today, juvenile.
Y'all on TikTok dancing to every damn song that's talking shit about y'all. So how you gonna try and hold the black men accountable for making that type of music, but y'all enjoy it?
Like Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj. Well, take your pick. Take your pick of Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Take your pick. Are these the paradigms of virtue that all black men should look up to? Really? Okay.
Make that make sense. So shouldn't y'all have a standard to be like, yo, even though the beat is good, I'm not gonna support this brother because he's saying this, and this in the song, and I don't like that. If y'all don't like it, we damn sure can't tell, because y'all take every chance that you get to twerk in somebody's damn Lululemon.
And do remember, the biggest star in dancehall, Vybz Kartel. Girls know he's talking about sex. Girls know he's talking about adultery. Girls know it, but still jam to it. If Vybz Kartel ever went on tour, believe me, it'll be a sellout. And most of those people in the audience will be women. Run into being objectified. Make that make sense.
I saw the video.
Another reason why I believe that so many young black women get out in public and do these types of things, twerk on cars. You heard about the young woman who was dancing on top of a car and she ended up being run over by a fire truck.
Yeah, caught your asses.
And your profession.
Lululemon's an absolute disgrace. Disgraceful. How these black women thought that they were making a statement by twerking in Lululemon.
Career will suffer. At what point in the black community do our men create real homes?
Here we go.
And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for
Remember, she's not contributing to a real home herself. She's 43 years old. She's single and childless.
that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful black man that has the ability to.
I tell you what, them tattoos, a dead giveaway, man. You girls got to get rid of them tattoos. They're a sign. They're a sign of disobedience. Just a sign.
Literally turn the narrative on black family.
I told you, and I keep telling y'all asses, that's why I put that video about the shade room and how many black women actually have cell phones and how many black women use social media. Black women lead in that category, even though they only represent 7.5% of the population. Did y'all know that? Go to my page, type in shade room, and you'll see a video pop up where I broke everything down from the Nielsen report, from Shade Room's actual website, and studies that tell us that black women use social media the most. So they look at Cam Newton as a representation for every black man that's doing what he's supposed to do in the black community.
And a terrible representation at that.
That's who they think you are. And that's why it's important for us not to have women like this on our platforms.
You know? And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man.
Look out, she's about to trip up. We gonna check her out here. We gonna check her. Watch.
And creating a black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, black men.
Stop. Here. Black men don't want to get married. Married black men, 5,986,212. Black women, 5,375,421. This is the United States. Key takeaway, there are 610,791 more married black men than black women. And you know what? There are more black women than black men in the United States. Make that make sense. How can there be more married black men than black women, even though there are more black women? But they're supposed to be killing the game, right? They're supposed to be the most desirable women on the planet, right? Mm-hmm.
I got to my black men to really step up for black women.
Here we go.
And create families.
There's that statistic again, people. Medium man's doing his thing.
Yeah.
It's really not cool. Black men.
Stab here. 55% of black men are living with their children. 26% of black men are actually only non-co-residential, meaning that even though they're not living with their children, they're still in the lives of their children. So add that up, that makes about 81%. Not far from white guys. Not far from Hispanic guys, but we can do better, absolutely. But to say that the majority of black men are deadbeats is a lie. Because I come with the stats. Media Man comes with the stats. So let's knock this nonsense off, shall we?
Are attacking black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes, they're creating babies everywhere.
In 2018, a study of non-marital births mothers reported that black fathers shared responsibilities more frequently and displayed more effective co-parenting than Hispanic or white fathers. Why do you think black men are being married at a higher clip? And now other races are finding out. But we got a statistic on that for you. Don't worry, it's coming.
Blind, deaf, and dumb to all the shit that black women be saying about black men. This is crazy. And then also, black men are creating all these babies. Where is the smoke for black women? Do y'all even know the statistics? That's why I'm here, man. So
we have a comment from Candace Shine. Thank you very much for the comment, Candace. Statistically, how many of those black men are married to black women? That was her point. Oh, that's coming, Candace. Candace, that is coming. I got something for you on that. Be patient. Be patient, Candace. It's coming. It's coming for you. Don't worry. I got you covered.
So why, when we have these conversations, none of the statistical data or your talking points are based off of the children that...
Do note, black women have 61% of black women have babies. 49% of black men have babies. So where are the extra babies going to? It ain't us. It ain't us.
That black women have. And the shit that black women are talking about in regards to black men. Have y'all watched social media?
Black men are the most disappointing pieces of shit in the world. Instead of being a man, they'd rather be a woman. And there's no shade, but that's all I fucking see. And if you don't like a woman or whatever the case may be, and you claim that you do, you just don't like black women, which makes no sense.
She needs to get out more.
What's the difference between dating some black men and the white man? The white man is going to raise his kid, take care of his kid, spend quality time with his kid.
That's a lie. I just showed you the statistic, but I'll let it rant.
The black man is going to get you pregnant and abandon you and the kid.
Again, she's buying into stereotypes, but, she's probably single and childless or damn so.
The white man wants a relationship that leads to marriage and family.
Wait a minute. Let's read the statistics. Every race, both male and female, prefer to marry their own race at over 80% rate. This is speaking to you, Candace. Black women have made a strong social media push to appeal to white men. TikTok, Black Wife Effect, Divest, Swirl, etc. However, white men have not responded in the form of marriage. Well, wait. This is not the statistic for you. We're going to get it to you. The latest available data indicates that about 0.5%, not even 1%, 0.5% of white men in the United States are married to black women. 0.5. This statistic highlights the relative rarity of such interracial marriages. Don't worry, Media Man's going to tell you where these women are going, but I have the answer for you, Candace. Stay on the line with me. Thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get into it.
The black man wants a situationship that leads to nothing.
What is the general consensus of how black women feel about black men on social media? Y'all can answer that in the comment section.
It's not cool. And I'm asking you, other successful black men, to be, you have to set an example as leads. The cute social media back and forth on black women. Black women are strong. Black women are where you come from, this and that. So there probably isn't any sympathy for you and just life happening because there's so many other things around you going on.
Do you remember the swirl community, the interracial marriage deal? But we are supposed to look past that. That's dominating the internet, saying the black men ain't shit. You just heard it. We're supposed to look past that and see the inner beauty of black women. But she gonna call herself out. Watch. It's coming.
That are not fair to black women. What is going on with the black family?
Remember, this is the black family right here. These could be potential black families, but 239,219 of them are being deleted in the United States, let alone in Canada. I would say you could drop that by 10 times. I would say 20,000. But again, the statistics are there to see, for all to see. It's quite sad.
We are consistently creating the cycle of kids who can't come home and see their daddy there.
There it is. And like I said, guys, they think that black men aren't in the homes. And it's funny, every time you ask a black person on social media about their dad, it seems like their dad is always in the home. But when we have conversations like this, oh man, I don't know. My dad was gone. The black community is so fucked up, man. God damn.
At what point is the successful black man in this world going to...
There it is. Well, part of it. By analyzing census data, Tolson and Marks found that 50% of married black men who earned at least $100,000 annually got hitched to black women. 83%. Most men are race loyal. Most men marry their own. Just to let you know. White men marry white women. Hispanic men marry Hispanic women. Asian men marry Asian women. Most people are race loyal. But you would think that black men who earn this amount of money, are high value men, would go outside their race. But in fact, that's not true. So in answer to your question, Candace, here's your answer. Well, part of it. We'll build on that. 83% of black men who earned at least 100,000 annually got hitched to black women. We're doing our part, aren't we?
Step in and really create structure. I see white men doing it every day. I get to witness the best of both worlds. You mean you ain't staying out till 6 in the morning? You gonna go home to your family, you gonna write this song and leave at 5 and 6 because you gonna take care of your family? And
remember, K. Michelle is not an example of black womanhood herself, because she doesn't have a man to go home to. She doesn't have children of her own, I don't think. I could be wrong. Do let me know in the comments. But she's 43, single and childless. Again, another modern woman, another single, independent, don't need no man woman. Then, you know, the tattoos are a dead giveaway. Let's continue.
And your wife, at what point do the successful black men build black families? We ain't gonna ever have a black family if y'all don't do it. We're never gonna have it. It is so unfair to black women who have been the strength and builders of so many things.
There it is. And y'all gonna keep, I've seen a lot of black men going out there and saying that the black community is a matriarchy. It's absolutely not.
Black men, we are raised in a matriarch society.
You're not raised in a matriarchal society, though. That's false.
I mean,
just because you're raised by a woman doesn't mean you're raised in a matriarchal society.
In our community, I was raised by a single mother.
In a patriarchal society.
Okay.
And that single motherhood child home is a rarity, as seen by the statistics. So stop this nonsense.
But in my experience, this is my experience.
No, but I'm telling you, like, your experience.
He's speaking like a woman. In my experience, he's not looking at the facts. And this is coming from Amanda Seals, who, if you know her, she is an idolater of the highest esteem. But in this one, she had a moment of clarity. Let's continue.
Doesn't change the society that we're in.
Okay.
Even though you were raised by a woman, she's raising you within a patriarchal framework.
Fair. Let me try to express.
Women aren't like she wasn't raising you within a space where women are leaders that are revered and like that you should aspire. Like, that's not what we're in.
I'm just laying up what I think.
No, he was raised in the hyena culture. See Crimson Cure. If you ever get a chance to listen to Crimson Cure, she talks about this at length. And she is an absolute star when it comes to laying out what hyena culture is, meaning that women are the heads of these families, and most of these families are quite dysfunctional. To be fair and frank. Let's continue.
These brothers are coming from.
Fair.
Have y'all looked at how black men hold the black community up? Black men are responsible for every economic stride that we have in the black community. Did y'all know that? Do y'all also know that there are more black men married than black women? Black men have...
Wait! This is for you, Candace. Listen up. Black men in the U.S. are more likely than black women to be married. Yes. Of black men, there we go. Black adults, black men, 36%. Widows separated, 50%. Never married, 49%. Yes. Yes. Oh wait, there's more.
Have less children. We're gonna discuss that here in a second. But I'm just saying, man, it starts with us. Just because black women are the loudest and they have all these black girls rock and all this type of stuff, while they're doing all that, praising black women for not improving, have y'all looked at the income statistics on what black men are doing? Have y'all seen that the majority of black men are in the middle class?
Just to let you know, in terms of race and gender, riches, it's Asian men, it's white men, and now it's black men who've just surpassed white women. Look it up. In terms of statistics, this is from the States, of course, black men on average earn more than white women these days. Are only behind Asians and white men. So we are improving, ladies and gentlemen. Contrary to the lies and propaganda purported by RO.
Have you seen that black men millionaires are increasing? Have you seen that black men own what, 55% of the black businesses? Black women own 37%. The rest are majority owned. And y'all still going out.
I'll let that sit there for a second. 54% of black-owned firms in 2022 had men as a majority owners. 39% of women as a majority owners. Another 7% had equal male-female ownership. I don't come spewing nonsense. I come with facts, ladies and gentlemen. That's always been my credo. And thanks to Media Man, I'm bringing this to the light. Let's continue.
Out there championing and saying that the black community is a matriarchy because black women are loud and they're praising themselves for doing nothing. That's our problem. We put up with just because they loud, man. Black men, we ain't been loud enough.
Nope.
That's the problem.
What point are our black men gonna stop the bullshit, the social media shit and all of that and build black homes?
Black men aren't really on social media. It's black women who are on social media. So she's projecting here. Let's continue.
If we don't build black homes, we can't depend on white folk to build black homes.
So the social media foolery, how can people be so blind, deaf, and dumb to what black women are saying about black men? And I know the game. This is what the black community likes to do. Well, y'all the leaders, right? Y'all responsible for.
And again, you're speaking to a man like Cam Newton who's, oh, seriously, he just wear hats and shorts. Go see Corey Holcomb from yesterday, believe me. God damn.
These black women. If y'all don't know, the plan has already been in place. Yes, black.
Here we are. This is the one I wanted to see. Black men in 2023 were more likely than black women to be married. In turn, black women were more likely than black men to be widowed, separated, or divorced. Least married, most divorced. There it is. Black men in the United States are more likely than black women to be married to someone who is not black, unfortunately. I love my black women, but a lot of black men are being turned aside. They're good fathers and they're good providers, but black women absolutely shit on them. And you know what? The women are starting to notice this. And guess what? They're buying in. At record numbers, at a record pace. Married black women were more than likely to have a black man to have a black spouse. There's your answer there, Candace. 87% versus 79%. So 87% of black women have black male spouses. 83% of them are with men earning $100,000 or more. That's the statistic I wanted to show you. So I hope that answers your question, Candace. It took a long time in coming. I do apologize for the wait, but there it is. This includes spouses who are single race, black, multiracial black, and black Hispanic. So for the majority, black women marry black men because, listen, Lord knows they tried. Lord knows they have swirl communities. They have interracial dating, TikTok posts, Instagram posts, all providing services to white men, and yet they're not taking it. 0.5% of white men are married to black women in the United States. I would say a larger share in England, but England, I mean, black people can post about 3-4%. So it's minuscule at best. So there you have it. For the first time ever, though, 1 out of 5, 21% of married black men are married to a non-black woman. Let me read that again. For the first time ever, 1 out of 5, 21% of married black men are married to black women. And don't even talk about England. Don't even talk about Europe. That is a fad that is never going to fail. If you're a black man and woman, you will always find a white woman. Always. I lived there for 7 years. Believe me. And I resisted temptation at all accounts. My uncles tried to preach it to me on all fronts. He has a white woman himself, who's a lovely lady, let me say that. Absolutely lovely, but he tried to get me in the tribe, but I said no. I resisted. I've never dated a white woman myself. But don't think for a second that these trends will not continue the more you denigrate black men. Don't think it, because it's going to happen. 21%, 1 out of 5 black men are married to someone of another race, and it will continue. Within the next 10 years, it'll be a quarter. I guarantee it, because black men can take their show on the road. That's why they call them passport bros. They can take their show on the road, and guess what? They can come back with something from the fair. Just letting you know. Don't play. It's going to only get worse.
Black men are the leaders, but I promise you, you ain't gonna like the solutions that black men already have in place. So stop trying to use this as a shaming tactic. No, black men are not responsible for how these unruly ass women are acting out here. And that includes K. Michelle. Who gonna take responsibility for K. Michelle in the black community as a black man? It damn sure ain't me.
So when you see somebody like your significant other who clearly loves you, and
she talking about black men here? Because I didn't hear the love from her. Just saying. Did you hear it? I didn't.
It's all these black women rooting for her, rooting for you. They want you to.
They want Cam Newton. They don't want average black men. They want Cam Newton. That's why they gave him 9 babies.
Build a black home. That's their anger. They don't know you. They can't judge you for anything else. They want you being who you are, being attractive, being successful. They want you to take hold and solidify and build a black home. That's not saying you're not taking care of the kids you have, because
there are 54% of black men out there who are single and childless who would love to build a home with black women. It's just they're not deemed good enough. Watch those interracial marriage statistics, people.
Clearly you are, and you love your kids. Taking care of your kids and building a home is 2 different things. At what point are we gonna stop these back and forths? Oh, this type of woman don't say nothing to me about that. Well, guess what? You're just weak.
And there it is. I was waiting for that one moment when she slipped up. That's why she's not married in the first place, because she deems all men, including black men, weak. We are not responsible for your behavior. If you are fit, feminine, friendly, that's fine. But if you're not uncooperative and unsubmissive, you'll be left there where K. Michelle is, on the shelf. And the more you realize that, the better you'll understand it. 50% of all women are single now. A good percentage of them black women. Because men aren't taking the bullshit anymore. We'll go down in looks to go up in cooperation. That's what the Godfather said. I hope black women start listening to this, because men are starting to take other options. And when they are considered weak, they understand why K. Michelle is where she is. Speaking to a wall that is Cam Newton. A sounding board who does not have any sort of retort in his brain. I think it's taken up by most of his hat and his bloody dreads.
See, and there's the shaming language again. And also, this is how the black community moves the goalposts. First is black men are deadbeats. They're absent fathers, nowhere to be found. We debunked that. Now it's like, oh man, taking care of your kids, that ain't enough. As a whole, we have to stop listening to black women when they set these types of standards. Y'all, I'm saying y'all because I see a lot of black men, you know, basing how they move off how black women think about us and all this real man type of foolery. That's not your concern, okay? You have your own walk. Don't listen to him. She just sitting here rambling. She getting all this shit off, all the stuff that she wanted to say about black men. Cam Newton gave her this damn platform and she just letting it all out. In no succinct manner, none of this shit. Just talking.
Like, you want a strong woman around you, and I'm sorry, like,
single, independent, don't need no man women we don't want. Strong women are out this year. They've always been out. Well, now more than ever, black men are starting to rebel and saying, no, you're done. You're done out here. You're done. You're done. You're done. If you're not cooperative and submissive, you're done out here. You can be as fit, feminine, friendly as you want, but if you're uncooperative and unsubmissive, you will be left on the show. I keep telling you this stuff. There's a reason why you're the least married and most divorced. And no other man is taking it. We are your last hope. Black women, 87% of us are still married to you. But those percentages are going down now. Realize that.
black women have just, that we get copied from hair to body to everything. Black women are the most unloved individuals in America, but the ones who have built.
The most mimicked.
Here we go. Look
at this Cam Newton. Man, this goddamn idiot ain't got a brain cell in his hair.
Lord have mercy. Black women, and this Malcolm X quote, black women are the most disrespected, but
look at this. Man, if Kevin Sanders were alive today, he'd call him a panda bear. Oh my God. Him, Steve Harvey. Take your pick, though. It's ridiculous. It needs to stop, really.
always follow it up by saying maybe it's because black women are the most disrespectful. Have y'all thought of that? Because based off of what I see on social media, I think what I'm saying is true. And I think black women will agree with that. And I'm saying black women because I'm talking about the majority. I'm tired of doing that some black women foolery. Y'all understand generalization. We learned that with Deontay Cowell saying that the black community or black men are responsible for the bad black men. Y'all generalize all black men there. So now I'm generalizing all black women. Y'all understand what I'm talking about.
See, here's the thing, right? Black women only see the black men they want to be with. And if they are irresponsible, they paint every black man with the same brush. Say Cam Newton, he's got the rule of 6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6 inches or more, 6-pack. That's all they see. So when they see Cam Newton having these 9 babies, they think all black men have 9 babies. When the statistics that we've rolled out to you tonight show different. We get cats with the same brush that Cam Newton is, when many of us are way more intelligent and way more selective in terms of our women than Cam ever will be. The stereotypes need to stop. The accusations need to stop because the statistics don't bear it out.
All right, let's continue.
Mimic. Good or bad mimic, But we looking to you. We looking to you.
See, she's talking about Cam. See, women only see what the men that they want to see. She sees Cam. She doesn't see the average black man who's doing this thing and doing the right thing. She only sees Cam. And if Cam's doing wrong, then all black men are doing wrong. You get that? Women by nature will only focus on those they want to see, who are good enough. And if they're doing wrong, then all men are doing wrong. because they don't see anybody else. They don't see other men. Every other man is invisible to them. The man who cleans their floors, the man who builds their houses, the man who keeps the lights on at night, the man who gets their food, the man who farms it. All these men are invisible. But Cam is visible now. And for said visibility, women are willing, eyes open, to go to him and ask for a 10th child. They'll go to a Nick Cannon and ask for a 12th child. You get my meaning?
A successful black man, we are looking to you to change the narrative. And when you don't, it becomes, go on that show and tear his ass up.
See, I told you they look up to Cam Newton, okay? And ain't no black woman, she's saying that black women want Cam to get married. No. If he said go and brought any black woman, damn near any black woman up there to his show, and she was ready to get to it, she would have his child. Ain't no marriage involved. We need to stop this foolery.
I received that. And nothing but a white flag, because I have been guilty. But if we're going to have this conversation, how we need to have this conversation, just like you're holding me accountable.
Hold me accountable.
I need black women to hold themselves.
Okay, come on, let's go.
He, in fact, did not hold black women accountable. He was talking about his situation with his first baby mother and then also Jasmine. None of that was holding black women accountable because he didn't know any of the statistics in regards to what's going on in the black community. So you didn't miss anything. And I encourage you guys to watch the full interview if you can stand it, if you can stomach it, because K. Michelle's on there ranting. Like I said, man, she already has a level of disdain for black men. She done said some wild shit. We already understand that. But the reason why I'm here is to set the record straight, because Father's Day is tomorrow. And I want black men to act like you've been here before. Don't take unnecessary praise when people sitting there saying that, oh man, it's good to see a black man in his child's life. That's the majority of y'all. This is normal. You are the minority if you're not taking care of your kids. Did y'all know that?
The story of fatherlessness in a broad way, I'll get to in a second, but the story of black fathers.
Please listen to this. Please listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is important. This is very, very, very important. Oh, Lord. Very, very, very important indeed you listen to this.
Fatherhood is very different. And no one seems to know this. And this is where Charles Blow wrote about me, as you mentioned, and others have picked up on the book, even though I'm just reporting the facts and doing interviews. In fact, the overwhelming majority of black fathers live with their children. Now, in general, in this country, fathers who live with our kids, and this busts all the stereotypes, across races, virtually all of us, it's about 98%, take care of our kids in all the major ways every day of the week or at least several days a week. And that includes bathing, feeding, helping them with homework, talking to them about their day. Mm-hmm. And among that group, black dads are the most involved. Mm-hmm. So it's really important for people to understand, and I dig into fatherlessness in general, and I have a guy in the book who had 8 kids by 3 different women and was totally absentee until he grew up and realized how he was wrong. He has ideas now for helping prevent it from happening. Fatherlessness is a problem. Fatherlessness in the black community statistically is a bigger problem, but it's critical that people understand that by far most fathers are there with their children. And it's especially important because of these lies in the black community for people to know, guys out there to know that if they are not being there for their kids, and that they're the exception, they are not the rule. They are not in plenty of company. This isn't a normal thing to do. You are the minority. You are the exception, no matter your race.
So when you hear people giving you compliments, and I love seeing black men taking care of their kids, it's normal, okay? So act like you've been here before, man. Tomorrow